Previously on Wednesday Season 2. Secrets were exposed, monsters awakened, and Wednesday Addams once again found herself standing between chaos and destiny. But in Part 2, the darkness only deepens. Betrayal, family secrets, body swaps, and a prophecy that could end an Addams' life forever. This is the full breakdown of Wednesday Season 2, Episodes 5 and 6. Let's dive in. Season 2 left us on a brutal cliffhanger. Wednesday uncovered that LOI wasn't a person, but the long-term outcast integration study, a twisted asylum project. The director faked the deaths of outcasts just to harvest their powers, but his plan to turn himself and his own daughter into something more collapsed. Dr. Fairbairn's assistant, Judy, was revealed as the true mastermind, determined to carry on her father's horrific work. But then, chaos. Uncle Fester triggered a massive blackout, freeing the asylum patients. And in the midst of the uprising, Tyler transformed fully into his Hyde form. He attacked, nearly killed Wednesday, and vanished into the woods. Now, Wednesday lies in a coma. Her mother sits by her side, whispering stories, hoping to bring her back. And it works. Wednesday wakes, but not to her mother's face. Instead, standing over her, dressed as a nurse, is Principal Weems. But Weems is dead. Wednesday stumbles through a magical doorway only to find herself in a strange world where Weems confronts her again. "Am I in hell?" Wednesday asks. But Weems explains she's here as Wednesday's spirit guide, and whether Wednesday likes it or not, her journey has only just begun. Meanwhile, Judy holds a press conference. She admits the blackout freed many patients, including Tyler. Wounded, but alive, he's still out there, dangerous, deadly. But when Judy later calls a shadowy man, the same man we see burying bodies in the woods, we realize her plan isn't over. He's been ordered to eliminate all escapees from the LOIS experiment. Only one remains, patient 1938. When Judy visits Wednesday in the hospital, Wednesday smirks. "Soon, everyone will know what you buried in your basement." Judy isn't shaken, but the moment Wednesday asks about patient 1938, her face changes. Whoever this patient is, they're her biggest secret. And just as Wednesday leaves, she receives flowers. Attached to them, a chilling note. "Tonight, you and Enid will die." The sender? Tyler. Back at Nevermore, Enid, Thing, and Weems' ghost wait for Wednesday. Enid hopes Tyler might have died from his wounds, but Wednesday knows better. He's alive, and he's coming for us. She begs Enid to leave, to pack up and go home, but Enid refuses. "You freed him, Wednesday. How are you going to fix this?" For once, Wednesday has no answer. Weems' spirit whispers to her, "Tell Enid she's going to die," but Wednesday refuses. She's not ready to admit the truth. At school, Principal Dot prepares the students for the annual Outcast Day of Remembrance. Colorful t-shirts, cheerful lectures, festival vibes. To him, it's just a party, but Weems' ghost is horrified. He's turned the school into a circus. Wednesday demands to know what they'll do to honor Weems' memory. Dot scoffs. He's done with the past. Wednesday tries to warn him. Cancel the festival. Tyler's still out there, but he refuses. The students can defend themselves. So, Wednesday turns to Professor Capri. And here comes a twist. Capri's ex-boyfriend? He was a Hyde too. She swears she didn't know until he tried to kill her on his master's orders. This gives Wednesday a dangerous idea. If Hydes can be controlled, maybe she can become Tyler's new master. Meanwhile, Enid knows they can't face Tyler alone. She secretly revives the Nightshades. Ajax, Bianca, Kent. Watching from the shadows, Agnes, Wednesday's admirer, notices everything. Agnes later visits Wednesday, worried, but also spiels Enid's plan. So Wednesday crashes the meeting. Enid insists, "I'll kill Tyler myself," but Wednesday interrupts. "He'll move tonight, and I have a plan." She lays a trap, but Weems' ghost warns her, "You don't want to control him. You feel for him. That makes you weak." Wednesday denies it, but the truth lingers. That night, Tyler takes the bait. Enid, waiting with a gun, tries to hold him off. The Nightshades leap from hiding, surrounding him. Tyler wages, transforming into a Hyde. He swats Wednesday aside, lunges for Enid, but Wednesday intervenes. "Tyler, you came here for me. I loved you once, but we both know we were never meant to be. From today, I am your master." For a moment, it seems to work. Tyler falters. Maybe she has him. But then, another hide crashes into the graveyard. This one throws Tyler to the ground. And then, Morticia Addams steps into the scene. She calls the hide by another name. It stops, calms, and leaves. The shocking truth, this hide is Tyler's mother, and she is none other than Patient 1938. As episode 5 ends, Pugsley helps Slurp escape capture, but Gomez spots him and realizes the creature is actually Isaac Knight, a man tied to the Addams family's past. And elsewhere, Enid begins to change. Not under a full moon, but into a full werewolf regardless. Something unnatural is happening. That's where episode 5 ends. Episode 6 opens with Wednesday dancing. Yes, dancing to Blackpink in a colorful outfit, her entire personality flicked upside down. But how did we get here? Let's rewind 16 hours. After the hide attack, Wednesday and her family regroup. The sheriff is stunned. Franco Voss, Tyler's mother, is alive, which means there are now 2 hides roaming town. Digging deeper, Wednesday learns Franco Voss had a brother, Isaac, a brilliant student presumed dead in a lab explosion. But his body was never found. Yes, the same Isaac Knight Pugsley's pet has become. Meanwhile, Enid wrestles with her new alpha status as a werewolf, and Wednesday takes dangerous steps to regain her psychic powers. She conducts rituals at Rosalind's grave against warnings, but in the process, she accidentally swaps bodies with Enid. Now, Wednesday is trapped in Enid's body, and Enid inside Wednesday's. The fallout is chaotic. Enid struggles with Wednesday's coldness. Wednesday struggles with Enid's emotions. And when secrets spell, their friendship cracks. But the danger grows. Isaac reappears, killing Judy, feeding on brains, and reuniting with Tyler and Franco Voss. His plan? Use the Lois machine to cure Franco Voss. Unless Wednesday and Enid stop him, he'll succeed. In a daring rescue, Wednesday, still in Enid's body, unleashes the werewolf within. She nearly kills Tyler until Franco Voss intervenes. For now, they escape, but the war is far from over. Finally, Rosalind's ghost delivers one last prophecy. Wednesday's visions have shifted. Her actions have put an Addams family member's life in mortal danger. But which one? And with that, episode 6 ends. So now the stakes couldn't be higher. Isaac Knight has returned. Tyler's mother is alive. Wednesday and Enid's friendship has been tested, and a chilling prophecy hangs over the Addams family. One of them will die. But who will it be? Will Wednesday control the hide or lose everything? And what darkness still hides in Nevermore? Stars Struck, Episode 7, Breakdown. The episode opens with a flashback from 15 years ago. We see Dot's first encounter with Gideon in Florida. Back then, Gideon was nothing more than a washed-up actor turned bartender. But don't be fooled. This isn't just backstory filler. This meeting plants the seed for everything that comes next. And then comes the bombshell. The biggest twist so far is Principal Dot's true identity. She's not just a leader at Nevermore. She's the founder of the Morning Song cult, the same cult that's been haunting Bianca's life. Dot even admits she's the infamous birth song, the one who originally connected Gideon and Gabriel. And now, he's manipulating Bianca to use her siren song at the gala to pull in donations. Creepy, right? Meanwhile, Wednesday has already bent destiny once. She saved Enid from her dark fate by changing the outcome of her premonition. But destiny, as we know, doesn't like being tricked. Now, the vision shifts. Another member of the Addams family is marked for death, And this time, it's none other than Pugsley. Wednesday wastes no time. She shares her visions with Enid and begins investigating, starting at home. She learns that her father Gomez was once Isaac's roommate and closest friend, but Gomez always feared Isaac's brilliance would be exploited by others. As Wednesday digs deeper, she discovers another shocking family secret. Morticia was once a writer, but when Grandmama cruelly dismissed her first story, Morticia locked that part of herself away forever. Then, during the gala, darkness strikes again. Professor Luff and another staff member die suddenly, sending waves of panic through Nevermore's halls. But Dot doesn't let tragedy stop him. With cold precision, he hides the truth, polishes the lie, and keeps the gala running smoothly. Even worse, he manipulates the sheriff into handing over campus security, giving him absolute control. And just when Wednesday thought she'd outsmarted fate by saving Enid, her vision changes again. The true target is revealed, her own brother, Pugsley. The stakes skyrocket. Meanwhile, Enid struggles with her werewolf side. Professor Capri warns her that if an alpha wolf gives in fully under the moonlight, they may never return to human form. Instead, their own pack executes them. Chilling stuff. On the other hand, Tyler's mother's health deteriorates, pushing Isaac into darker choices. He breaks into a vet's office, kills a doctor, and forces a blood transfusion between Tyler and his mom. This is no longer desperation, it's obsession. Wednesday follows clues to a hidden basement, where she finds Francois in critical condition. But before she can uncover the truth, Isaac sets another deadly hunt in motion. On the other side, Ajax begins to suspect Bianca and her mother. When confronted, Bianca lies, saying her mother left town because of Gideon. But the doubts only grow. Then, Dot turns his cruelty up to 11. He locks up Bianca's mother and publicly burns Gideon alive at the gala. Still, he pretends like nothing happened. But Wednesday, Ajax, Enid, and Agnes aren't fooled. They launch their counterattack. Ajax rescues Bianca's mother. Enid and Agnes distract the crowd with a dance routine, and Agnes steals Dot's most prized possession, a Corinthian metal pocket watch that made him immune to siren powers. With the watch gone, Bianca seizes her moment. She unleashes her siren song, forcing Dot to confess his crimes in front of everyone. But before he can be captured, Dot tries to kill Bianca. At the last second, Isaac uses his Gorgon powers to petrify him. The chandelier crashes, shattering Dot's stone body into pieces. Victory? Not quite, because Isaac in the shadows kidnaps Pugsley, and the episode ends right there, leaving us gasping.
Episode 8 Breakdown. Episode 8 begins with Wednesday's haunting thought. The past never truly dies. It always returns. After the chaos at the gala, tension grips Nevermore. Students whose parents attended are sent home, while the sheriff struggles to understand why Pugsley was targeted. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Principal Weems urges Morticia to embrace her raven abilities. With grandmother's help, they perform a ritual with a crystal ball. Shadows swirl, energy pulses, and a vision appears. Young Morticia and Gomez burying Isaac's body under the skull tree. Finally, the truth spills out. Years ago, Isaac tried to use Pugsley's powers to fuel a machine that could cure his sister Francois. Gomez was tricked into helping, and Morticia sabotaged the experiment before it killed Pugsley. The lab exploded, Isaac died, and Gomez lost his abilities forever. Isaac's grudge is born from this betrayal. In the present, Isaac is trying to recreate that same machine, this time with Pugsley as the power source. Wednesday receives a cryptic snow globe from Isaac showing the skull tree with midnight written beneath. Against her mother's warnings, she walks straight into his trap. With Thing by her side, she arms herself with a crossbow, but Isaac reveals his darkest secret. Thing was once his own severed hand, cut off by Morticia during the lab explosion. Isaac tries to reattach Thing to complete himself. In the battle, Wednesday is buried under the skull tree, but Agnes and Enid arrive just in time. Enid is forced to fully transform under the moon, risking never returning to human form. Meanwhile, Isaac begins his final experiment. He restrains Tyler, intending to use him as fuel, while Francois begs him to stop. But Isaac ignores her and powers up the machine. Chaos erupts. Tyler transforms into his Hyde form. Francois unleashes her own powers. Isaac attacks relentlessly. Gomez and Morticia fight desperately to save Pugsley. The tower can't withstand the madness and explodes in flames. In the wreckage, Francois dies, impaled on a statue. The Addams family barely survives. Isaac corners Wednesday for the killing blow, but in a stunning twist, Thing turns on his former master. He crushes Isaac's mechanical heart, ending him for good, and finally claiming freedom. The battle is over. The Addams family lives, but scars remain. In the aftermath, Wednesday reads her Aunt Ophelia's journal, finding terrifying visions of blood and danger. Hester discovers a secret basement filled with warnings about Wednesday's future. Enid's fate remains uncertain, and Ophelia herself is still alive, though held captive. And that's where Season 2 ends, on a chilling hanger. And that, dear viewers, was the full deep dive into episodes 7 and 8 of Wednesday Season 2 Part 2. We've seen shocking betrayals, family secrets unraveled, and a finale that leaves the door open for Season 3. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, more breakdowns are coming soon right here.